Whistleblowers or agenda pushers? I'm very skeptical anytime someone comes out as a whistleblower, but I want you to listen to this whistleblower talk about Project Looking Glass. It's supposedly a secret government project where they could literally see into the events of the future. Now I know that can sound extremely far-fetched and even science fiction, but there are thousands of documented cases of people having near-death experiences and experiencing some sort of screen that is showing them their past life. So maybe the elites of the world just found a way to tap into that ether or that energy that can literally show you past or future events. Now, like I said, I'm skeptical of whistleblowers, but I want to let you listen to what he has to say about this project and then give you some thoughts. And just to catch you up to where I'm jumping in is this project, they feed information into it and they keep getting the same end result. No matter what information they feed into it, there's an end result that they cannot avoid.
That they would lose control.
Because that information was a monumental concern when I was in the military about how to prevent this inevitability. Now, at first I thought it was end of the world. Now I see end of the world as end of their world.
Now, by their world, he means the psychopathic elites that have been controlling this place for too long.
There is an inevitable event. It's been forecast, it's been predicted, it's been fed to us in a slop trough of what they want us to believe will happen. However, they don't actually have control over what happens. They only have control over the reaction, and it seems that no matter what they try to do to cause their desired reaction, it's going to have an opposite effect. Now, it's much, much easier for me to explain today what that process is as opposed to back then. But if I had to give it a name, I would say it's the awakening process. It's an evolution of consciousness that cannot, will not, and no matter what decisions or possibilities are injected into the equation, eventually it all resolves down to us all learning the truth and becoming aware of this massive dam of lies that has been built that keep us from knowing massive volume of information. Any attempts to try to go away from this one inevitable conclusion, I again see as a new beginning, an end of this reality, the beginning of something that we can't even possibly understand based on the level of our beliefs currently. But when all that information comes flooding out, there's going to be no denying what's true and what's a lie or what's illusion.
Now, I have been a big believer of exactly what he is saying for a while now. I think something big is coming. I think an awakening is coming. And I think potentially that is exactly why the elites are building underground bunkers, because they're going to be afraid of us learning the truth of all the lies. But I do hold an ounce of skepticism because I just don't trust government whistleblowers. But honestly, as ridiculous as this sounds, I do think there's probably a lot of truth to this, especially because they put the truth right in movies, and I'm going to explain what I mean. If you don't realize this already, they invert all the movies, where the bad guys are really the good guys and the good guys are the bad guys. Case in point, Thanos is a representation of God, and all these guys that are supposed to be heroes, they are actually representations of the fallen angels. And well, if you've seen Infinity War, they have a scene that reminds me exactly of what this entire Project Looking Glass is talking about.
Excuse me? But does your friend often do that?
Strange, you all right? You're back, you're all right.
Hey, what was that?
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
How many did you see?
14,605,000.
How many did we win?
One.
Now remember, in this movie, Thanos was coming to bring peace to the universe by eliminating half the population. Maybe that's a representation of God coming to eliminate the evil that's been here way too long. And maybe, just maybe, those fallen angels or Luciferians or whoever you want to say they are still holding out hope that that 1 in 14 million chances is still going to happen. The one thing I do want to keep your mind open to is that sometimes I think they create these scenarios to make you sit in your seats and not be an active participant in trying to wake everybody up or trying to do good. Because if you have this inevitable feeling that the awakening is going to happen, well, then you just sit and you do nothing. Don't be like that. Be part. Jump in. Get in the game. Be part of this. There is something big going on here, and we need your help. And all this was for entertainment purposes, of course. Seeing into the future, Project Looking Glass. All for entertainment. I'm a satire count. I hope you enjoyed.